What is going on, Diablo 2 fans? Dobrunsky here. In today's video, I'm just going to quickly do a sort of catch up on my Sorceress that I've been playing in Diablo 2 Resurrected. So we're at almost 30 days into the ladder, and I have a pretty decked out character. Again, not perfect, but definitely some pretty GG stuff, so thought it'd be cool to show off some of the progression. But like all of my previous build videos, I will have timestamps in the description below, so if you want to navigate between specific segments of the video, like the attributes, the skill tree, gear, or gameplay, they're there for you guys to use, so please take advantage of them. And also, a quick reminder, if you guys do enjoy my YouTube content, I do stream twice a week on Twitch, so if you want to hang out, talk Diablo 2, or catch some really GG drops, you know what to do, hit me up with a follow. I have the link for my channel in the description below. Other than that, guys, I really hope you enjoy this video. Let's jump in.
Not even death can save you from me.
So the first thing that I very briefly touch on is sort of the character stats and the skill tree. The reason I'm going to go over them very quickly is because I have touched on all of this on the previous build iterations that I've done. So I am now currently a level 90 Sorceress. I'm still max vitality, so 156 in strength, everything else in vitality. But I do have 1395 life now prior to battle orders, and then 711 mana with almost capped res split, and my damage has gone up substantially from the last video. I now have 4,300 Ice Blast and 8,155 Blizzards, so definitely very solid damage for mostly solo magic finding. I have done some group stuff with friends, but for the most part, I just like to kind of MF by myself. I kind of forgot how interesting it is doing public bail runs, kind of that clickfest loot thing. I'm going to be honest, I have somewhat, to some degree, changed my mind on personal loot. Like, maybe if you had time instance loot drop only for bosses like Mephisto, Diablo, and Baal, would maybe make life a little bit better in multiplayer. Again, let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of that. I was originally opposed to the idea, but after I've been doing more and more public bail runs, like, maybe it's not such a bad thing, unless maybe you guys like that massive clickfest. But moving on to the skill tree, starting off with the cold skills, I completely maxed out Blizzard and all of its synergies, and then of course I have 1 hard point into Frozen Armor, and then 1 hard point into Frost Nova because it's a prerequisite. I did have this, or had my cold mastery a little bit more optimized. It was minus 170, and then with Battle Command that would bring me to minus 175, which brings Hell Mephisto exactly down to negative 100. The reason it's a little bit higher now than what it should be is because of a couple extra skillers that I've got to boost my damage. I don't really feel like fully optimizing the setup, so I will eventually respec once I make Infinity. But I do recommend, if you're just doing regular farming and you're not only targeting on Mephisto, 17 is usually a good starting point to sit around minus 100. Again, it's up to you. But all my remaining points after these kind of 1-point wonders in the Lightning and Fire tree, which I'll touch in a second, I've been putting points into Frozen Orb because Frozen Orb is a damage synergy for Ice Blast. So Ice Blast is my standard left click skill, Blizzard is my right click skill. But for Lightning, I just have 1 hard point into all of these 1-point wonders, so Static, Telekinesis, and Teleport. This is from the full Tal set, so I didn't actually invest a point there. Fire is the same thing, 1 hard point into Warmth, and then again, looks like I put points into Fire Mastery, but I haven't. That's just because of the full Tal set. You get added mastery bonus from the orb. But moving on to the gear now, definitely quite a big step up from the previous build video. So first, starting off, I guess it's full Tal, so it's kind of obvious. I have the orb, body armor, orb here, body armor, belt, amulet, and the mask. So I have a perfect topaz in the mask, perfect topaz in the armor plate, and I do currently have a Lem Rune in the orb for extra gold find. You might think that's crazy, but I have been doing a lot of Travincal farming, trying to get a lot of gold and then gamble, try and get a crazy circlet or something, so that's why I have a Lem Rune in there currently. You could put in Istrune, currently don't have one, or you could put in a Facet for more damage. Either one is a viable choice. But as far as the rest of the gear goes, I have a pair of 49 MF War Travelers, so found these myself off of Mephisto. Couldn't get that lucky 50, but still pretty solid. 35 FCR Spirit, a SOJ, and a Dwarf Star. Again, the Dwarf Star is for more gold find for Travincal farming. And then Mage Fist, and then on the offhand, I have a 6 4/4 CTA, and then again another Spirit. For my inventory, I have different assorted cold skillers and 1 Geese Grand Charm. So some of these have plus life, 19, 8, 11, and a 23 plus life. And then I have a bunch of MF and gold find small charms. And then of course I have a 1920 Sorceress storage and a 10-16-6 anti-charm, so definitely wrapping out some pretty solid inventory there. The reason why I have a lot of gold find stuff is, again, I want to make sort of a gold find MF hybrid. So to show you, excuse me, some of the advanced stats here, I have 378% gold find and 318% MF. That changes a little bit if I switch up my gear. So if I put on a pair of chance guards, that gives me an extra 200% gold find and 35% MF, so that is definitely an option. And then my mercenary is using, I have a couple different setups, but his current setup is an Ethereal Reaper's Toll, so this is amazing for damage. Treachery, now if you haven't noticed, this is a 6/6/6 defense treachery, so it's kind of like the devil's treachery, I guess, so it's pretty cool. And then I have a nearly perfect 28 to strength, 10 life leech in Dariel's Visage with a plain 15 IS jewel in it. So 35 IS plus the 45 IS here, that is the 75% increased attack speed breakpoint with the Reaper's Toll. And then I do have a different setup. If I'm farming a lot of Travancore, I have been using this setup. Now, just bear with me, my stash is a little bit messy, but I have Ethereal Guardian Angel, so if I equip this, and I pair that with the Eth Reaper's Toll, and then Ethereal Kira's Guardian, that gives my mercenary 90% fire res across the board, life leech, and cannot be frozen. So that is how my mercenary survives Travancore. I've had so many people ask me how I get him to survive Trav, and that's literally just that setup. That's how you do it. But I'll actually throw that gear on right now, and we'll do some Travancore runs. And I do also have this as well. This is Insight, a 17 meditation, 6 critical strike, Insight, and Ethereal Thresher. So I do like to use that as well. And I do have a low rune that I found very recently, right there. And then I do have, let me find it, here. A 12 ED Superior 4-open socket Bone Weave that I could make Fortitude in. I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I don't know Grief, Fortitude, or to try and make Infinity, because I do have a Sur rune and I have the base. So either Infinity or Fortitude, or I haven't really quite made up my mind. Now, unfortunately, you can't e-bug armors anymore, so that's why I just have this Superior Eth armor base. That's actually a better choice. But yeah, that's basically the progression of the character. Let me throw on G-Angel here, and then we'll do some Trav runs. So my mercenary with the Guardian Angel, Kira's Guardian, and the Eth Toll is very tanky. I can't believe how many people have asked me, how do you get your mercenary to survive Trav? And that's literally those 3 pieces of gear. Again, they don't have to be ethereal. Like, you can see that my mercenary can completely face tank all of the Hydras. It's no problem at all. And then I get tons of gold find, so I can literally get upwards of, like, I don't know, 50 to 100,000 per run. And then I do also like to throw Mephisto into the mix. So kind of the same idea, except we include killing the Council back as well. So hopefully I get a nice little map here. I don't have to teleport for ages. There, we're good. So I like to throw these guys into the mix as well. Dropped a lot of really good stuff. Shaco, facets, low runes. Yeah, just try and include killing the Council if you can. I still have been farming Mephisto, although he hasn't dropped me anything too crazy lately. But you can see how I kind of mentioned earlier about how my gear, or my damage, is definitely pretty solid for P1. Don't really need to go, like 8,000 is more than enough damage. I could actually drop some skillers for some more MF small terms if I wanted to. And always throw in a good Pindle run for good measure. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the setup. I'll do one more Trav run just so you don't think that my mercenary surviving was a fluke. But I just love farming Travancore and then gambling. Just haven't got that crazy circlet yet, but that is where I drop my Sur runes. So Trav has elevated drop rates for those that don't know. I have full gold now. I can't 900k So with the amount of gold find that I have, that does build up pretty quickly. Just deposit it here. As soon as I fill up my 3 shared stash and my personal stash, then I just try and gamble, try and get some crazy circlets. And then a quick cool tip is if you use the Rumored Edge on the main hand, I've had so many people ask me about this. It gives you reduced vendor prices, and you pair that with Geed's Grand Charm, you get additional reduced vendor prices. Just allows you to gamble a lot more circlets. So you can try and get something crazy like, that's the best one that I've gotten so far. 2 assassin skills, 30 fast roam walk, strength, energy, lightning res, and poison res. So definitely what I think a pretty solid setup. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the update for my Sorceress. I do plan on speccing to Fire and switching to Infinity and doing the Durian's Hate level 3 farming. So I have a bunch of Fire skillers, including some with some gold finds. So should be a pretty fun setup. But yeah, guys, that basically wraps up today's video. Again, if you have any questions or comments about my gear, let me know in the description, or excuse me, let me know in the comment section below. I do always read the comments. And as always, if you guys could throw a like on this video, share it, and even consider subscribing if you're new to my channel. I post new weekly content on YouTube, and I do stream twice a week on Twitch. So any follows on Twitch or subs on YouTube would be amazing. Other than that, guys, hope you have a fan-frickin-tastic day, and I'll catch you on my next video or live stream. Peace out.